Hey there friends, it's Codiak here, welcome back to Legacy Gaming and welcome to Elden Ring. Today we're checking out another boss and breaking down everything you need to know to defeat the flying Dragon Agheel and of course, talk about the loot you get for killing the boss. It's time to take on what is most likely the first dragon you'll encounter in Elden Ring. This is a completely new experience for Souls players, not because it's a dragon, we've fought those before, but because the encounter is designed around mounted combat. This is a massive open world fight that will challenge players to really get comfortable with that system if they hope to defeat this larger than life foe. As always, we'll break down every ability, but before we do that, let's talk about where to find the boss. The flying Dragon Agheel is located east of the first step. It's very possible you'll stumble upon this boss right out of the gate. It all depends on how curious you are. When walking across the lake, you'll notice a group of soldiers huddled around a campfire. Get too close and you'll trigger the event. This will bring the flying Dragon Agheel swooping down, destroying the entire encampment and activating the boss within the world. He won't immediately aggro to you, but if you do get too close, be ready for a fight. I love a good dragon fight. They're predictable, yet every one is still remarkably unique. This is a very classic dragon-style encounter with a number of different fire and physical attacks. First, let's talk about those fire-based abilities. The boss will often use a sweeping fire breath to great effect. After a short delay, the boss will swing his head from side to side, unleashing a torrent of fire that moves either from left to right or right to left. This is slow moving and doesn't track the player, but does have decent range. I should also point out that fire is hot, and in this case, it's extremely hot and will most likely kill you in 2 to 3 hits. The boss's second ability is Fire Jet. After a brief charge, the boss will shoot out a singular line of fire. This does track the player, so it's best to move backwards out of the way so you don't get hit. While mounted, you can outrun the fire jet, which means you can take the opportunity to move to the side of the boss for some free damage, but it is a risk. When the boss has had enough of your nonsense, he'll lift off the ground and reposition somewhere else in the area. Sometimes this is a simple reposition, other times the boss will use this opportunity to do a strafing run, shooting down fire in a straight line as he moves to a new location on the map. This is easily the most deadly ability, as tracking the boss while in the air is challenging, so be prepared every time the boss lifts off to maneuver away from any danger. If you linger behind the flying Dragon Agheel, you better be prepared for a tail whip. It's a classic dragon ability and one you always need to be ready for when directly behind the boss. The attack does have a whipping motion to it, so it's possible it can catch you off guard. If you stay to the front of the boss, you'll also have to contend with a few physical attacks. The first is a sort of bull rush headbutt combination. The boss will let out a small roar and then rush forward. After he reaches his destination, he'll fling his head upwards, attempting to hit the player. Depending on your positioning, the boss can also just use the headbutt portion of that last attack. This often happens when you're at the side or back of the boss. He'll swing around, attempting to catch you with a quick attack. Finally, let's talk about the last two abilities. The first is a side stomp. If near the dragon's legs, he'll attempt to knock you back by quickly raising his leg and bringing it down in a small AoE. If you're to the front of the boss, he'll pretty much do the same thing, just with his front claw, bringing it down in a small AoE. As I said in the intro, this fight is designed around mounted combat. I honestly don't know how you do it without Torrent. While the physical attacks are deadly, it's the fire-based abilities you really need to look out for, as they can cause near instant death as they blanket a massive area. Agheel Lake is huge, which means the boss has a lot of room to maneuver, but so do you. Just be aware that there are things in the water designed to trip you up, like different environmental pieces and a few lesser enemies. They're all there by design to mess with your rhythm during the fight. In terms of killing the boss, your best opportunity for damage is during that sweeping fire breath ability. Because this has a long animation, you have plenty of time to get to the side or even the back of the boss and chip away at its health. For whatever reason, Livid decided he wanted the cinematic experience with this fight, so he hid his UI, but that also goes to show that you really don't need anything on screen to defeat this boss. It's an ebb and flow type of encounter. You stay at a distance, baiting the big abilities, and then, when the opening presents itself, move in for the kill. You're not going to be able to get the boss down in one sequence, so get comfortable moving into melee, then backing out, resetting the boss, and starting that dance all over again. Remember, you can't dodge roll while mounted, so this fight is all about positioning, recognizing what ability is coming next, and moving to a safe place before the attack happens. I won't lie, this is going to take some newer Souls players a second to figure out, but with Torrent at your side and a little patience, the flying Dragon Agheel and your first of many great enemies will be felled. Killing a dragon in Elden Ring rewards you with a dragon heart, a powerful item that you can use at a dragon altar. There are 2 in the world and each offers a different selection of powerful faith and arcane based abilities. Sorry melee users, if you're not building for magic, there's really nothing for you here. To activate these dragon runes, you do need to talk to this NPC under the bridge at the Seaside Ruins. This will essentially turn on the shrines and allow you to interact with them. There are a ton of options for players looking to harness the power of the dragons, and talk about build variety. Man, there's just a lot you can do with Dragonheart, so take on these massive challenges whenever possible to gain access to some really great rewards. Hopefully now you have a better understanding of how to defeat the flying Dragon Agheel. As always, our goal here at Legacy Gaming is to bring you guides that get straight to the point so you can get back to the action, and if you appreciate that, we'd appreciate your support. Hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing for more Elden Ring boss guides and more in your feeds. Of course, if you still have questions, you can join us on Discord. Our community just passed 20,000 members, and with a small section dedicated just for Elden Ring, there's always someone around to help out and answer questions. Check out the link below to join today. Finally, if you like everything we're doing here on the channel and you want to support us even more, you can do so by becoming a member. For just a couple bucks, you're helping Livid and I achieve our dreams of becoming full-time content creators. Check out the join button below to learn more. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.